Eric Northbrook, and Mr. Ricky James. How you both doing?
We're good.
Yeah, same.
So, Eric, take me back. Has it been 10 years since you were
10
injured?
years, yeah. 10 years.
And down at Baja, motorcycle?
Baja, riding a motorcycle, off-road, bunch of real estate guys here in town. And
It's always real estate guys. They mess
Yeah.
up, man. What the hell? So
got a little too confident.
Ran out of talent.
Ran out of talent.
Ran out of talent. I've heard that line from David Bailey and Ricky James before. Run out of talent. I love it. So when you were paralyzed, what did you know about paralysis? What did you know? Did you know other people who went through that?
I knew zero. All I thought was, the guy's in a wheelchair, he can't walk.
Right.
I have no idea there was all this other stuff behind it.
And when did you find that stuff out?
I mean, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
What was your first sport when you first got into a sport?
My first thing after I got hurt, was really hand cycling.
Yeah.
That's
My hand cycle.
Yeah, it was Ricky's hand cycle.
So, hey, Ricky, grab that mic there for a second. So, how did you guys first meet?
I heard about Eric and that he wanted to try hand cycle, and I don't know. I just met up with him.
I originally met him through his dad.
Yeah,
His dad contacted me because we had through my foundation, we were putting together a chronic spinal cord research program with UCSD and the Sanford Burnham Institute.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. My dad
his
is
dad
always
contacted me. We went to lunch, and it was David Bailey was with you too that day.
Mm-hmm.
What's fascinating, I go back a few years with this guy. So you were injured when you were 16?
when I got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, when you were the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, when you were paralyzed.
Yeah.
And at that time, you're being coached by David Bailey.
Yeah.
Who, former motocross world champion, who came back from that to win the Ironman as a hand cycle athlete.
Yeah, in 2000.
Yeah. But for you, after your injury, you were going to get back on a motorcycle. This triathlon thing, you had no interest in that at the beginning, right?
No, it didn't have a motor. Nothing had a motor, so I didn't really like it.
You're like John Geffram, our producer. If it doesn't have a motor, he's not really interested. He likes that.
Yeah, it was more motorsports, and so I went through all that, but I saw what David did with Ironman, and it was just a new sport to try and to put on my bucket list. And it's like, okay, I want to do an Ironman. I want to do Hawaii Ironman at that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything about triathlon, and go and try to get into the biggest one. Somehow I did it. You and David and everyone hooked me up, and that was my third triathlon ever. So my first triathlon was the half Ironman in Hawaii.
Yes.
Didn't make the cutoff. Went to Lubbock, made the cutoff in the half Ironman. Then I was like, all right, cool. Now I get to do an Ironman.
Yeah, get that out of my way.
But the whole time I was thinking, I was like, okay, this is the last, swim I'll ever do. This is the last bike I'll ever do. I just want to get this done. And then so I did it, finished in 12:44.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Glad I finished, and then I retired. So all right, I'm done with that.
I'm done with this
Well,
stuff.
then he sucked me back. David's like, well, just go do the half Ironman championship in Florida.
Yes.
Because you know how to do it. So I did that, and I won Florida. So that was cool. And then I was like, okay, I'm done.
I'm
And
retired again.
Yeah.
At the age of what, 23?
18.
Oh, it's 18. That's right.
18, 19. Yeah. Yeah. So that was
that
was
is
pretty
so
cool.
funny. Eric, when you you can grab that thing in. You've done a lot of hand cycling, and this year you did the $1 Million Challenge ride, and there was some days, a couple of days. One day in particular, I think it was 7 a.m. to
Day
7:05 p.m.
Day 2.
87 miles.
7:30 a.m. start and 7:10 finish.
Yeah, 87 miles. What wind was what? 40 miles an hour?
35 to 45 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah, rain.
Man, it came through 17-mile drive, and I was cranking as hard as I could downhill, going 5 miles an hour.
That's so
It was
demoralizing.
brutal.
It's brutal. And everything but locusts, right? You had wind, rain. It's just awful.
It rained. I'm guessing it rained at least 2 inches, 3 inches during the ride.
Any thoughts of, you know what, they've got these SAG vehicles. A lot of people got SAG vehicles. That's not your style.
That's not what I'm about.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be out there, I'm going to finish.
So what impressed you about this young man when you first met him?
Oh, Ricky is obviously a very accomplished athlete.
Yes, he is.
He is, depending on what day, he's a decent-looking guy.
Not today.
Not today.
He's having a bad day.
He's all hungover today.
No, I'm not.
And so I mean, I met him a long time ago. We stayed in contact. I used his hand cycle, and we just became friends. And about a year ago, he came into my office and said, "Hey, I'm in residential real estate, and I want to, take a shot at commercial. And would you give me a shot?" And I said, "I'll give you a shot." And he's kicking ass up there.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I treat Eric like
Here, take that thing.
I treat Eric kind of like I treat, or I look at David Bailey. David was kind of my mentor through sports and motocross and then triathlon, and now like business. I look at Eric as that kind of figure, and because he's one of he's a man. He's the man in commercial real estate. So
no question
it's
about
good to
it.
have a mentor like that.
So
like I did David.
It seems like I'm going to become a good guy in motocross. I'm going to go to David Bailey because he's the very best.
Yeah.
And I want to get into commercial real estate. I'm going to go to Eric Northbrook because he's the very best.
Yep.
You don't go for the intermediate steps.
No, it's good to latch on to successful people, try to make yourself successful. So that's just where I'm going with that. And Eric's great.
How tough
great
has this
mentor.
transition been from being a athlete to a business guy?
Yeah, it's fun. Just like Ironman, it sparked my interest for something new and different. So that's how I'm looking at this. It's new and different. I'm trying to have a family. I'm married now. It's just the right steps to do in my life, and very, blessed to have Eric by my side and have good people around me.
I remember when you were first injured, and Bailey was like, "We've got to, we got to get him into something new." And Ricky was like, "Oh, I can still ride a motorcycle," and he's adapting the motorcycle. He's back on the motorcycle. Next thing you know, Bailey's back on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that was one of my best accomplishments or whatever. Is getting David back. He rode my bike in the Anaheim Stadium with Rick.
With Ricky Johnson.
Yeah.
Where they had the classic matchup in Anaheim Stadium to kick off the season.
These guys
30
are my
years ago.
heroes, and to be able to provide that for David to get back on a bike that was amazing. He's a god to me.
Yes.
It's who I wanted to be. So it's that was a good feeling to do that, and see that. And he got to ride with the son for his first time with Sean, and I was at the track there, and that was. My dad means so much to me and what he's done with my life, and for Sean to ride with his dad and for me to kind of facilitate that was freaking cool.
So talk a little bit about with CAF when we first did the thing with NBC to have them showcase you and CAF in the TV show with Iron Man. What did you know about CAF at the time, and what have you come to learn about CAF?
I didn't know too much, but about triathlon really in general, and you need a hand cycle, you need a race chair, but CAF has always had my back ever since I got into triathlon, and with you and and David and everyone here in Nancy and Virginia. It's just a great group of people, and one foundation that I truly believe in, and me and Eric will do anything for. It's a good cause, and the money goes to the right places,
right,
where I don't see that very often with some other foundations.
So do you get parents of other paralyzed children who say, "Hey, listen, what do I do?" Because people are out there on their own, not really knowing.
Yeah, exactly. Always asking questions or how to get into certain things. Like, Eric, hey, how do I get into hand cycling? That was 10 years ago. And, lend my hand cycle to him or
rented it out. You should have rented it out. He would have hired you sooner.
Now I sold my old one to him, so I made some money off him.
He sold me his old bike, and he's like, "Oh, and I got these extra wheels." Yeah, and the wheels were...
started clucking off everything to him.
He kind of...
he worked you a little bit.
Me on the wheels.
For like 8 years.
Yes.
Never even had a flat on him. He just blows out a carbon wheel.
Like, what are you? Way faster than you,
He rides downhills and it's potholes. I ride uphill on smooth roads.
So, Eric, from your perspective, I think you were one of our bigger fundraisers this year at MDC with 30,000 or so. 35,000.
35,000 plus.
35,000. It's still counting. What is it about the foundation that connects with you?
The people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it really comes down to the people. I love the people. I love, what just the whole organization stands for.
Yeah.
And anytime you can help an individual get back in the game through sports and find a competitive spirit, it's I think for me, hand cycling and snow skiing those are my two sports. But having just finished the MDC, I just asked Ricky if I could borrow his racing wheelchair, because that's my next thing, is I'm going to do a triathlon.
Are you? You heard it here first. Eric Northbrook doing a triathlon. Which one?
You have to state it first, right? So you got to
put it out there.
Got to commit. You got to put it out there.
You got to commit to.
I don't know which one. I haven't figured it out that far yet.
Yeah.
But
Ironman, what distance?
Probably just do a sprint to start.
Yeah, stay with sprint. Yeah. Stay away from the long stuff for a while. They do. Ricky, I remember. Didn't you do MDC one year?
Yeah, I was trying. My whole goal, I got back into triathlon, was to go win Hawaii the second time instead of just going to do it.
So after you did it, because you're one of the few people. Usually people say, "Hey, I'm going to go do this Ironman thing, and then I'm going to get out." And usually they come across the line and go, "I can go faster." Right? But for you, it was like, no, I'm seriously, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, I went back into racing trucks, off-road trucks, and Irwindale stock cars. So I did that for a couple years, and then got rid of that and got back into Ironman and wanted to win Hawaii. So I didn't make it to Hawaii one year, so I went and did the MDC because they're about the same time.
Yes.
And that was the gnarliest thing I've ever done.
I was going to say, I remember, because we had bad weather that year too, right?
It was pretty good. It's just back-to-back centuries through Big Sur is just pretty gnarly on a hand cycle, and just 7 days of it was gnarly. But I did 9 Ironmans in 3 years.
I remember that. All of a sudden, you got all back into it.
Yep. Yeah, got all. It was fun, but MDC was brutal. So yeah.
What did it mean to you to go back to Kona and win that race?
It was a good accomplishment, because I went through a lot of bad stuff for a couple years. So it was
just sort of questioning what your life was going to be.
The injury I kind of go through depression for a while, and then it hit me after racing and stuff. I'm like, it's not going away. This injury's staying with me, and I didn't know what to do, and I just honestly just was pretty bummed. So that was to get back healthy and to do something and accomplish Hawaii. That was kind of my cool. I made it. I got back to healthy and stuff. So it meant a lot more than just winning that. It was kind of like a milestone for me.
Sure. How do you do sports now? What do you do on a regular basis?
I just hand cycle. Try hand cycle once in a while, but just working. He's slaving me away. He's working
right here. He's not working out. He's not doing much right now because I'm slave driving him at the office.
Yep. I gotta build my career. I don't have time to go on a hand cycle like this guy. He goes on morning rides during the week. I'm like, I gotta work, man.
I love that. Thank you guys for taking time.